I'm in Fulton, Missouri, a small town with a big historic impact, but more on that later. Right now, we're trying to walk around Junior Lake, but I don't think that's gonna happen. As you can see, the trail just kind of ends, but you can still see the trail on the other side. So I guess we're gonna have to double back. After a little bit of backtracking, I went to lunch at 1851 Underground. It's a bar and grill in the basement of the old Palace Hotel. That wasn't very cool. I ordered a burger and fries, and let me tell you, they stock you up on fries. I swear it must have been 4 potatoes worth of them. They were good, couldn't finish them though, and the burger was very good too. It was a really cool rustic, I don't know if rustic is the right word for it, but it was a cool exposed brick interior, exposed stone as well. You'll see in the pictures, it's very cool. The Palace Hotel is in the Brick District, which I'll show you later. After lunch, I went to check out Auto World Museum, which is a cool museum. Stop saying cool, bro. Everything can't just be cool. Which is a museum on the outskirts of town that has about 80 or more old vintage cars. From the outside, it just looks like an old abandoned warehouse, but on the inside, it's super cool, super well decorated, super well curated. I even got to meet the curator, Tom Jones, who is a very friendly guy. I do recommend checking this place out. The museum is set up from oldest to newest, so as you're walking your way through, it's kind of like a trip through the past. At the end, there were 2 things that don't really look like cars. I'll let you be the judge of that. To me, they just look like spaceships. I don't know how they ever ran. This one was actually built by the University of Missouri, which is in Columbia, which is where I live. So that's kind of cool. I never knew that existed. And they have a replica of a DeLorean, which I got to sit in. I would say even if you don't come to Fulton, but you're driving along I-70, this place is definitely worth a stop. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure I'm standing over I think it's an old abandoned railway, so that's kind of cool. Damn, that shit almost fell. Earlier I mentioned Fulton's historic impact. That happened right here at Westminster College, when Winston Churchill gave his famous Iron Curtain speech. Behind me, you'll find the Winston Churchill National Museum, which is ironically in a church. You can walk through the museum and read all about Winston Churchill and his life, and they even have a piece of the Berlin Wall. This is downtown Fulton, otherwise known as the Brick District. It's known for its big brick buildings and streets paved in brick. A lot of these buildings are probably pretty historically significant, but I just like it because of the brick pavement. My car doesn't like it as much, but oh well. You can hear how loud it is to drive on these roads. It's just really pleasing to the eyes, I think. I just got back from dinner at Brooklyn Pizza, which was a delicious pizza, to say the least. New York style, I guess. That's why it's called Brooklyn. And now I'm about to go for a drink to top off the night at, I think it's called Post Office Bar and Grill. You'd never guess, but it's right across the street from a post office. Correction, it's in an old post office. All right, so it's day 2. I'm here right now on the Stinson Creek Trail. I just got back from breakfast at the Fulton Diner, which is a cool little rustic place. They've got a little Elvis vibe going on in there. I had the biscuit omelet, which is basically biscuits and gravy in an omelet. It was good, but damn, the portion size was big. I could barely finish it, but I did though. But that's something I've been running into a lot here. Everywhere I've gone, it's either been too much to finish or I can just barely finish it. Like the pizza last night, I brought home half of that. Not that that's a bad thing. Nothing wrong with leftover pizza, but they only had one size of pizza and it was 16 inches, which is massive. So, like I said, I'm on the Stinson Creek Trail. I was going to go on a little bike ride. It's a 6-mile trail out and back, but unfortunately, not even 100 feet onto the trail, there's a tree fallen. And I don't think it gets better because I don't know if you can see from the video, but about 20 feet on the side of this tree, there's another fallen tree. So it's definitely disappointing that I don't get to bike this trail, but I'll walk it a little bit because this is the last thing that I'm doing in town. So might as well just enjoy my short time left while I can. So there's a few other things in Fulton that you could do that I didn't do. I didn't have the time to. There's a winery west of town that you could check out. There's also the Mark Twain National Forest, as well as I think it's Dixie Conservation Area. Both of those areas have trails that you can walk and hike. Also in town, there are 2 golf courses that you can check out. One of them is called Tanglewood. I've heard it's very good. I've never been to it, but if you're a golf enthusiast, I'd definitely check that out. So overall, Fulton's been a really cool town to visit. The only downside is the bike trail that has trees all over it. But like I said, a storm just went through, so maybe I didn't say that, but a storm did just go through a couple nights ago. So they just haven't gotten around to it yet. I'm sure it's normally very clear. I'll have to come back and check that out sometime. I think Fulton is definitely worth a weekend trip. Thanks for watching. I'm trying to film this, but these geese. Fuck yes, bro. After lunch, I went to check out Auto World Museum, which is a museum you must be. Earlier, I mentioned Fulton's big historical impact. These bells, man. It has all kinds of old vintage cars. Oh, fuck, somebody's coming, bro.